Hi, we are from At Home Tuition. In this video, we are going to see the commutative property of rational numbers. The first commutative property is commutative property of addition. So, for any two rational numbers a and b, a plus b should be equal to b plus a. That is, if you add the two rational numbers in any order, the result should be same. So, let us see this with an example. So, consider two rational numbers, say a equal to negative 1 by 3 and b equal to 7 by 6. So, now we are going to add this is a plus b. So, negative 1 by 3 plus 7 by 6. So, negative 1 by 3 you have to convert it into the LCM of 6. So, we are multiplying numerator and denominator by 2. So, you will get negative 2 by 6 plus 7 by 6. So, now since the denominator is same, we are adding the numerator. So, negative 2 plus 7 by 6. So, negative 2 plus 7 is 5 by 6. So, that is a plus b. Now, we will see what is b plus a. We are adding in the reverse order. First, we are taking b and then we are adding it with a. So, b is 7 by 6 and a is negative 1 by 3. So, we are adding both. So, now take the denominator common. We are taking the LCM. We are multiplying both numerator and denominator by 2 of the value a. So, negative 2 divided by 6. So, now since the denominator is 6, that is common, we are adding the numerators. So, 7 minus 2 divided by 6. So, now that is, the result is 5 by 6. So, from this we can see that a plus b is equal to b plus a. So, we can say that a plus b equal to b plus a. So, for any two rational numbers, a and b, a plus b is equal to b plus a. That is, you will get the same result if you add in any order. Now, we'll see this with another example. So, consider a equal to negative 4 times 1 over 7 and b equal to negative 6 over 7. So, now we'll add a plus b. So, a is negative 4 1 over 7, then b is negative 6 over 7. Since it's a mixed number, first we are converting it to a rational number. So, 7 times 4 is 28 plus 1 is 29. So, negative 29 over 7 plus minus 6 over 7. So, now since the denominator is 7 both same, so we are taking the common denominator and we are adding the numerators. So, negative 29, negative 6, so that you will get negative 35 over 7. So, this is a plus b. Now, we will add in the reverse order, that is b plus a. So, now b is negative 6 over 7 plus a is negative 4 1 over 7. Now, we are first converting this mixed number into a rational number. 7 times 4, 28 plus 1, 29 over 7. So, now the same case, the denominator is 7. So, it's common. We are writing the denominator and we are adding the numerator. So, here negative 6 minus 29. So, that is negative 35 over 7. So, b plus a is negative 35 over 7. So, from the result, we can conclude that a plus b equal to b plus a. So, we can finally say that if you add two rational numbers in any order, so you will get the same result. So, we say that addition is commutative for rational numbers. Now, we will check the second property, that is commutative property of subtraction. So, for any two rational numbers a and b, a minus b is equal to b minus a. We will check whether this is satisfied or not. So, now we will see that with an example. So, we take rational number a equal to negative 2 times 2 over 3 and b is negative 2 times 1 over 3. So, now we will find for a minus b first. So, a is negative 2 times 2 over 3 minus of negative 2 times 1 over 3. So, now we will first convert this mixed number into a rational number. So, 2 times 3 is 6 plus 2 is 8. So, it's negative 8 over 3. The same way b is 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So, negative 7 over 3. Since the denominator is common, we are taking 3 out. So, this negative and negative will become positive. So, negative 8 plus 7 over 3. So, negative 8 plus 7 is negative 1 over 3. So, this is a minus b. Now, we will see what is b minus a. We are subtracting in the reverse order. So, first we are taking negative 2 1 over 3 and we are subtracting 2 negative 2 over 3. So, first we will convert this mixed number to a rational number. So, 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So, negative 7 over 3 minus of 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 8. So here it's negative, so it's negative 8 over 3. So negative will become positive. So negative 7 plus 8, since the denominator 3 is common, we are taking 3 as the denominator. So negative 7 plus 8 will be positive 1 over 3. Here a minus b is negative 1 over 3 and b minus a is positive 1 over 3. So they are not equal. So let's test this with one more example. So consider a equal to negative 1.5 and b equal to 1 over 2. So we'll first subtract a minus b. So negative 1.5 over 1 minus 1 over 2. So now because here the denominator is 1 and here it is 2, we are taking the LCM. So we are multiplying and dividing by 2 on the numerator and denominator. So it will become negative 3 over 2 minus 1 over 2. So now the denominator 2 is common, we are taking out. So negative 3, negative 1 over 2. So that's negative 4 over 2. It is negative 2 over 1. This is a minus b. Now we'll do the subtraction in reverse order. That is b minus a. So b is 1 over 2 minus a is negative 1.5. That we are writing it as negative 1.5 over 1. So 1 over 2 minus of. So we want to make the LCM common. So we are multiplying and dividing by 2. So it will become negative 3 over 2. So 1 over 2 minus of minus 3 over 2. Since denominator 2 is common, we are taking out. This negative and negative will become positive. So 1 plus 3 over 2, that is 4 over 2. So it will become 2 over 1. So here b minus a is 2 over 1 and a minus b is negative 2 over 1. So they are not equal. So from these two examples, we can conclude that subtraction is not commutative for rational numbers. Next we'll see the third property of commutative property of rational numbers, that is commutative property of multiplication. For any two rational numbers a and b, a times b is equal to b times a. We'll check this property with examples. So consider a is negative 7 over 3 and b as 1 over 2. So first we'll multiply a times b. So a times b is negative 7 over 3 times 1 over 2. So you know that you have to multiply numerator and denominator separately. So negative 1 times 7 divided by 3 times 2. So negative 1 times 7 is negative 7 and 3 times 2 is 6. So the result is negative 7 over 6. So now we'll multiply in the reverse order, that is b times a. So b is 1 over 2 times a is negative 7 over 3. So same way we are multiplying numerator and denominator separately. So 1 times negative 7 divided by 2 times 3. So 1 times negative 7 is negative 7, 2 times 3 is 6. So negative 7 over 6. So we can see that a times b equal to b times a. So we'll see this with one more example. Consider a equal to negative 1 over 10 and b as negative 1 over 20. First we'll multiply a times b. So that is negative 1 over 10 times negative 1 over 20. So we are multiplying numerator and denominator separately. Negative 1 times negative 1 is the numerator and 10 times 20 is the denominator. So negative 1 times 1 is 1 and 10 times 20 is 200. So a times b is 1 over 200. Now we'll multiply b times a. So b is negative 1 over 20 times a is negative 1 over 10. We are multiplying numerator and denominator separately. So negative 1 times 1 over 20 times 10. So that is 1 over 200. So this is b times a. So we can conclude that a times b is equal to b times a. So if you multiply rational numbers in any order, you will get the same result. So we can conclude that multiplication is commutative for rational numbers. Next is the last commutative property of rational numbers, that is commutative property of division. So for any two rational numbers a and b, we have to check a by b is equal to b by a or not. So we'll consider a as 3 by 4 and b as negative 2 by 5 and we'll check the commutative property of division. So first we'll take a by b. So that is 3 divided by 4 divided by minus 2 divided by 5. So you know that if it is division, you can take the inverse of multiplication. So 3 by 4. So instead of division, I am multiplying and we are reversing the order. That is, it will become minus 5 divided by 2. So now we can multiply numerator and denominator separately. So 3 times negative 5 divided by 4 times 2. that is negative 15 divided by 8. So this is A divided by B. Now we'll see B divided by A. So B is negative 2 by 5 and A is 3 divided by 4. So negative 2 by 5 divided by 3 by 4. So again we are taking the division as inverse of multiplication. So negative 2 by 5 times 4 divided by 3. Now we are multiplying numerator and denominator separately. So minus 2 times 4 divided by 5 times 3. So that is negative 8 divided by 15. So here B by A is negative 8 by 15 and A divided by B is negative 15 by 8. So they are not equal. We'll check with one more example. So consider A as 3 by 5 and B as 2 by 3. So A by B as 3 divided by 5 by 2 by 3. So division, we are converting it into a inverse multiplication. 3 divided by 5 times 3 divided by 2. So we are multiplying numerator and denominator separately. So 3 times 3 divided by 5 times 2. 3 times 3 is 9, 5 times 2 is 10. So A divided by B is 9 by 10. So we'll see what is B divided by A. B is 2 by 3 and then A is 3 by 5. So B is 2 by 3 divided by 3 by 5. So we are taking the inverse of multiplication. It's 2 divided by 3 times 5 divided by 3. Multiplying numerator and denominator separately. So 2 times 5 divided by 3 times 3. So that is 5 times 2 is 10 and 3 times 3 is 9. So it's 10 by 9. Here B by A is 10 by 9 and A by B is 9 by 10. So they are not equal. So from these examples we can conclude that subtraction is not commutative for rational numbers. Now we'll summarize all the results. So for commutative property, if you do addition, that is A plus B is equal to B plus A, it's satisfied. And for subtraction, A minus B equal to B minus A, we have seen that it's not satisfied, so it's false. For multiplication, A times B equal to B times A, so it's satisfied, it's true. For division, A times B is not equal to B times B by A, so it's not satisfied, so it is false. Thank you for watching the video.